a couple of minutes late, but you are the last speakers in this slot, so we can go on for a couple of minutes. That's not a problem at all.
It was lovely hearing Amir talking, really passionate about what he does.
I know, so cool, isn't it? Yeah. I really, whenever we have people in who like work with celebrities, I just really want to ask for all the gossip, and I have to really. Okay, guys, it's so good to have you both here. Thank you so much for joining us. So you
Thanks for
guys
having us.
you're here from a company called We Are Futures, aren't you?
We are indeed.
Do you,
We are.
do you want to start by actually introducing yourselves? Jessie, you go first, Sabrina second, in the order that you came in. That's the only reason. And also tell us about We Are Futures. What do you do?
Okay, lovely. I'm Jessie. I'm a senior marketing and comms manager here at We Are Futures. We Are Futures is a brand and social impact agency. We help high-profile brands and organizations reach young people, whether that's through their teachers in schools or their parents or directly to themselves. And yeah, that's the crux of what we do. Sabrina, please do intro yourself and add anything else on We Are Futures. You've been here longer than I have.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Sabrina. I am a digital marketing executive. I'm also in the same team as Jessie. And as she said, we are a brand and social impact agency. So we do like to help brands reach young people directly, like Jessie said, through teaching parents or directly to the young people, while also, improving the brand's reputation amongst young people, So yeah, that's a bit about what we do.
I love that. So in theory, you could be connecting lots of the schools watching with the brands. Is that right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually.
We're going to get so many messages about that. Give us paint a picture of what that looks like. Give us an example of how that function might work.
Do you want to go with yours, Sabs? Because you're more in the day-to-day elements, and then I can go
Yeah.
from the level. Okay, cool, perfect.
So we have something called the National Schools Partnership, which is right now our main way of reaching teachers and young people. And that's where we host all of our campaigns. And essentially the campaigns are created by other teams in our company who used to work in education and are very, what's the word? Experienced in education. They create all of the content, it's all bespoke for the brand. And then me and Jessie's job is essentially to promote it to the teachers. It's all free curriculum linked. And we basically have to market them to the teachers and show them what opportunities we have available.
Okay, I love that. And so what kind of brands are we talking about here?
Um,
You
do you
able
want
to...
to go, Jessie?
NatWest,
Yeah.
Samsung, McDonald's. Then there are also like localized ones such as Scottish Water, Sky, Sabs, we work on that
Yeah.
one.
We have a lot.
We have some good brands that we work
Yeah,
with.
Dove. Yeah.
Oh, great names. Yeah, I love that. Okay, and so basically, because the reason we've got you in to talk in this section is because the young people that you get in are coming up with cool ideas. They're kind of getting experience as well, understanding more about how to, I get gaining skills and experience in that kind of world. So tell me more about what that looks like. What kind of skills are they developing? What kind of stuff do they create?
It really depends on the brand itself or the organization. So, for example, if they are coming through NatWest's like education, financial education program, Money Sense, then their skills are very different to, for example, somebody who is taken through a Sky program through their school, because that would be more creative, and Money Sense would be more about budgeting, what does your pay slip look like, how to understand your pay slip, and things like that. So it really does depend on the brand or the organization that it is, which I think is really nice because it's very varied.
Yeah.
It does depend on the school in terms of which ones they're signing up, which initiatives they're signing up to, but I love that it is varied working here, that we get that as well.
Yeah. And I would also say, like, as a company, We Are Futures has a lot of opportunities for apprenticeships and work experience that we do every year to help young people also get experience working for our agency and not just gaining the skills. So yeah.
Okay, yes. Well, let's talk about that then. So apprenticeship scheme, music to my ears. I love an apprenticeship. And yeah, talk about what they're apprenticing in, and then also what other areas of the business beyond the apprenticeships that young people could get into potentially.
Yeah. So most of the time, anyone who does an apprenticeship or work experience with us will get to experience all of the departments that we have, just so they can experience, each role and see what they like, what they didn't like. So we are in the marketing department, but there are other departments like strategy, client services, people and culture. I'm trying to remember the rest, but it's creative, the design studio people, so they get to experience a little bit of time in each role, shall we say.
And also we set them tasks so they can really get
Yeah.
involved. There's opportunity to work. We try and bring people in, so it's not just one young person, they're with their peers, so they can
Yeah.
work with their peers as well. And also we offer feedback on those tasks that we're giving them so they can really learn and really be immersed in what they're doing.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my God, amazing. And like you say, they get experience in all of these areas. So you might go in as an apprentice in one department, but then you'll be able to see what the other departments do as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to quickly talk about also, sorry, when are there are there apprenticeships open at the moment, or quick opportunity for you guys to plug anything that you might have live?
It's more work experience days, like the schools will come to us perhaps, and they might say, we're looking for some work experience for our young people. Do you have any availability for people to come in? And we have some good connections with some local schools as well.
Yeah.
We have year on year coming back. So that's nice.
I love
But
that.
when we do have work experience that we want to offer, it will be on our LinkedIn page. So check our LinkedIn page, which will be sent around after.
Yes, exactly. Go follow their LinkedIn, guys. We are futures.
We are
Um,
futures.
So let's talk about your own personal journeys really quickly into, I guess, what you guys are doing, into marketing as a concept and then the agency world. I guess my big question to you guys is, did you know that your jobs and the world existed when you were at school, and how did you find yourself in there?
I didn't, and I say this quite a lot actually. The career service that I had at school was very useful, really interesting, and really opened up my eyes to certain careers. But there were definitely things like medicine, being a teacher, being a lawyer, which are all great careers, but they were not for me. And I felt like, oh, what else is there out there? I studied something quite broad at university. I studied history because I was really interested in it. And then actually realized that I also really like writing. And that's how I started getting into marketing. Because I was like, well, I'm going to write a blog, I'm going to start it this way. And that's almost the entry into marketing and understanding it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Sabs, what yours was like.
Yeah, so for me, similar to Jessie, when I was younger, I didn't have like one specific job that I wanted to do, but I enjoyed like being creative, creative writing. I love to dance and sing and act, and I was a crazy young child. And I also did something at uni where there are kind of limited options for careers. So I did sociology and criminology, which was really great. But you can kind of only be a social worker or a probation officer if you're going to go, direct. So yeah, I was a TA, a special needs TA for like 4 years, which was fun, but I thought, there must be more out there. And so I did a course to upskill in marketing and web design. And that's actually what landed me this job straight after. And I've been here ever since. So yeah, that's my journey. But I do love it. And it made me realize like, wow, this is actually something that I want to do long term.
Absolutely. And I feel like to any of the young people watching, if you do feel like you are creative and you're not really sure necessarily what that might manifest in terms of a career, who knows, you might end up in marketing if you like writing, if you're just kind of generally creatively minded. And so what are the skills that you would advise young people, I guess, develop now, if they can, in order to land into the world that you're in, or even, just marketing as an idea? Whoever.
I'd say, sorry, I was like waiting to see if Sabrina was going to go. I'd say strong writing skills. And I think it's one of these skills that perhaps now with like video, photos, content creation, all very good. And I think people sometimes forget about writing, whereas actually being able to write well is still very important. I would say more on the soft skills element in terms of a willingness to learn, like being somebody who can build those relationships with other people because you are working across teams quite a lot. I'm trying to think what else. Saz, have you got anything on your list? Sorry, I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything.
I would say to take initiative. So if there's anything that you are interested in, even a little bit, and you're like, I want to learn this, you can, go online on YouTube, TikTok nowadays. There's so many like informative videos, and obviously there are free courses online, guys. Google Digital Garage has like so many free courses, but you can find so many things online that you can learn yourself so that you have some background knowledge or some skills that when it comes time for you to get some work experience, you can apply those skills there rather than learning once you're there, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I would say take initiative, be a great communicator, and just be yourself.
Oh, I love that. Also, Google Digital Garage. Is that's
Yeah.
what it is, isn't it? Second time it's come up today. I mean, absolutely. Apparently, it's where marketing is at. I love that. And any other kind of like, how do you guys feel about AI though? That came up in one of the other marketing interviews. Is that a skill that young people should be developing? Because that is something that was recommended too.
I think
Do you want to go,
learning
Jessie?
to use it is
Yeah,
important. I think don't take it as gospel. Use it as a place to start your thinking if you're not sure where to even begin with something. Use that as like the foundation for where you're going to go next. Don't rely on it.
reliance.
But yeah, get used to using it
Yeah,
and fact checking as well after that.
yeah,
Yes,
I
absolutely.
agree.
Check AI, guys, 100%. Also, don't let it use the American language if you're sending it to someone who isn't an
Yeah.
Exactly.
as well. The number of Zs. Okay, amazing. So, any final call outs for the schools or the students watching? How can they get involved in We Are Futures? Where do they go to find out more other than LinkedIn, obviously? Or let's do another shout out for the LinkedIn.
Yeah, so you can follow us on LinkedIn, We Are Futures. And then if you can also follow the National Schools Partnership on all social media platforms. Just Google it. Sorry, I don't have the exact, wording
We'll
right
send them
now.
around afterwards.
Yeah, and we'll send it around afterwards. And then you can see all of our campaigns and initiatives. They're all free curriculum linked. So you're not wasting your time by doing them. And a lot of them have like some kind of careers aspect. So you can always look into many different careers as well.
I love that. I feel like that was a fantastic one to end on, guys, because there's so much there for the schools watching.
So much.
Like, more content. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been really interesting talking to you both about your careers, about what We Are Futures does. Really informative and some great tips. I appreciate you both being here.